Have you got a word of advice for somebody who's starting out in show business? I'll come to you later. Not yet. The boys first.
Help!
Get a job. Get a job. Help. What do you say, Ringo? Keep
Best
trying.
of luck. Do your best, you know. That's great.
Okay, how about a word of advice from Mr. Kenneth Dodd?
I think anybody starting out in show business should be like the Beatles and be original. That's the thing. I think originality is the secret of success.
We have always thought that it might be a good question to put to Mr. Kenneth Dodd and the members of the Beatles. To what extent do they attribute their success to their hairstyles?
What, me what? Success?
Your hairstyle.
Oh, yes. Well, I think so, yes. I like to keep it in trim. You know, I eat a lot of shredded wheat because it's good for the hair. And I have it cut twice a year, whether I need it or not. Short back and sides and a bit off the shoulders. And... you know, I think so.
Well, what do you feel about the boys?
I think there's a wonderful style, actually, because they're different than me, because with them being Martians, they... A professor of archaeology at Nottingham University has discovered some tablets which say that the Beatles are definitely Martians, and as Martians, I think it's a very good hairstyle. That. Very much. I'd like one of those myself.
Do you think that their hairstyles are the things that caught on, Ken? Do you think that's why they're so successful?
Oh, no. I think these boys have a very nice gimmick, talent. And, no, I think they would have gone with or without hairstyles. Who actually designed it, boys? Is it Camel
Israeli.
It's Israeli! Oh, yeah. I thought it was done by Camel Laird, you know.
Do you think that he owes a lot of his success to his hairstyle, fellas?
No, I don't think it helped at all.
With the teeth, I think the teeth and the hair, all the gimmicks, you know, I think you have to have I think you definitely have to have a gimmick.
Oh, yes,
the nose?
You've all got gimmicks, haven't you, Lloyd? Eh? What about the nose, yeah? What about the nose? He's a Martian. Actually, we were writing this film script for the boys. You know, the boys are making this new film, and we've been writing the script, and actually we've cast Ringo in the part of King Charles on account of the thing, you know, and he goes along to Nell Gwyn and pinches her Jaffas, and John is a courtier, and in this film he wears a long golden wig with all beautiful curls.
Very nice.
And John, he's a peasant, he's an evil son.
Sorry.
Thingy, he's an evil-smelling peasant.
An evil-smelling peasant. Yeah. Why is he an evil-smelling? Why is he an evil-smelling peasant?
Comes down where I am.
Finished.
Yeah. And Paul is a jester, you see, and he's always making the king laugh. Every time he stands on his head, the king laughs like anything. He wears a kilt. And of course, at the end of the film, this handsome Arabian prince comes on and finally steals Nell Gwyn. That's me, of course.
What about their guitar playing, Ken? Have you any comments to make about that?
Wonderful, because one of the boys is a big fan of Segovia. Yes, she's no mug, I mean, you know. I like it.
Is this true, Segovia?
Segovia. You're the big fan of Segovia, aren't you?
Yeah.
Didn't you ask for his autograph the other week?
Well,
I got it for you.
Oh, I read about that, yeah. I asked for his autograph. I didn't really, but I don't mind having it.
You've no ambitions to play guitar like these lads?
Oh, I'd love to be able to play the guitar like these lads. Yes, I wonder do you think you'd take a fifth Beatle on?
Yeah, well,
we were
that's what I was
thinking of
wondering.
that.
Yeah,
We were thinking of that. Actually.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to split your group up, lads. I've often wondered why you don't let Ringo sing.
Well, why don't you?
We could have a. I don't know.
Oh, we do. You just haven't got the
new
LP.
LP. Yeah, the LP now.
Yeah, well, this is the new LP, which is up to number 17 or something right away in the top 20. Did you hear about that, Ken?
It's really
the new
wonderful.
LP
Wonderful,
is out.
wonderful. I have an LP, a large pimple.
Getting back to this group, Ken, have you no ambitions to form a group yourself?
Love with the boys.
Yeah.
Kenny and the
No, I
Cockroaches.
mean, Kenny and the Cockroaches.
Or Doddy and the Diddy Man.
Yeah, what about yourself? Would you
Or Ringo and the Layabouts.
Would you not form one yourself, Ken?
Yes, I'd like to, yes, because the only thing is I'd have to change my name, you see. I'd have to have a name like Cliff or Rock, something earthy. Well, I don't know, eh?
Cliff Dodd.
No.
Rock Dodd.
No, let's invite suggestions for an earthy name for me.
Yeah, well, what about that, fellow?
Eh?
Sod.
Follow that. No, wouldn't you like to? You do comedy as well, don't you? I've seen John. You do some.
I just say lines.
Yes, you say some very good lines.
Oh, thank you.
That one, the one about the jewel, rattling the jewels. That was very good, though.
Yes, that was it. That's
I've used it since. And
That'll be fun, Bob.
no, but you do clowning, don't you, yourselves? And would you in time like work gags into your act? And
I don't know. It's hard.
Because if you
Most
want
of
to
our
script
gags
write,
are
you know.
either made up, and so they either die, or we keep them if they go down. Well,
sort of
that
impromptu.
jewel thing we thought of the night before, you know.
Well, it certainly went down well, didn't it?
Yeah, done very well, right? Yeah. So you'd like to do a bit more comedy?
Yeah, but it's so hard, isn't it?
Well,
Well, I don't know. I imagine it's easier for four fellas than
I think
for one.
it'll be easier when we get him in the group, though. We'll leave it all up to him.
Well, I'll be the one with the baggy pants.
Yeah.
Well, the next thing is,
On
are
the
you going to let him,
baggy pants beats a heart of gold. No, it's not. No.
are you going to let him sing if you do take him into the group?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
think
Oh, yeah, he's got a great voice anyway.
Because we all do all their numbers. Actually, my granddad, he was sitting up all last night in bed going, twist and shout! Twist and shout! He's got water bottle as well.
What have you got planned for the future, Ken? Where are you, what
I'm
are
going
you
to
doing?
the, I'm in court this Christmas. We'll all be in court after this. I'm at the Royal Court, Liverpool. And the lads, you're going to Liverpool as well, aren't you? Christmas, just round about Christmas.
Roundabout, yeah.
We're all going home, you know, for Scouts with Ollie stuff in and all
Crizzy
that. Yeah, Crizzy Day.
To the pool.
To the pool, yes.
Well, the sense of humour. I know that you carry out this study all over England about the different senses of humour in the north
you
and in
find
the
that,
south.
don't you, boys? They throw different things in different parts of the country, don't they? No, they do. The different parts of the... I mean, you can tell a joke in Manchester and they don't get it in London.
Really?
They can't hear it. They do. Different parts of the country have different sense of humour, but I think they all get the Liverpool sound and the Liverpool gags, don't they?
Yeah, they do, most of them.
So the Liverpool audience is the easiest audience, do you find, to work with? It's your own...
Well, Liverpudlians are a very good audience. I don't know about Evertonians, but... what are you, by the way, lads?
Oh, Liverpool, they won this week.
Yeah.
Let's ask the boys, how much has this big thing affected your own personal lives? You know, has it changed you very much yourselves?
No, as you said, it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with them.
You're always sort of there. Yeah.
Oh, right.
But what about getting home? Would you like to get home a bit more?
Yeah, but if we're going to get houses with wheels, that's the only answer, and sort of drag them around with camels and that.
And what about your folks? Do they?
Landlords on skates.
What about your folks? Do they resent not seeing enough of you now?
I think so, you know. We'd like to
told
get...
me he was glad to get rid of you.
Oh, yeah. There you go. No, we'd like to get back more than we do. But it's not always possible, you know. 'Cause,
how do you feel about this, Ken? Do you get tired travelling around the country? And...
It's nice to go to different places, visit, watch the way other people
Hold their pints.
behave.
What's it like with these fans outside, Paul?
at first, it's murder, because, you know, it looks as though they're going to tear you apart. Once you get the hang of it, you get used to it, and I think it gets a bit easier.
Have you ever been in physical danger from your fans?
Well, occasionally, yes. Only when there's been a big mob, you know, a really big one. But usually they're quite nice if there's only a few at a time when you meet them.
Yeah. What is it Do you deliberately try and create these sort of screaming reactions?
No, we just, you know, arrive at the theatre and they're always there waiting. And whenever we're doing a show, the police always come and say, don't look out the window, you know, because the excitement.
Have you thought about your act for the show yet? Any change in the act, or is it going to be, you know, the usual routine?
No, we'll have to change it, I'm sure. We can't... No, stop it. We'll have to change it, but we can't do the same thing all the time. We haven't thought about what we're going to do yet.
Suits with collars on? Brush parting
You
hair?
never know.
Something like that?
It may not wear suits. Never know. We've no idea.
John, in this royal variety show, when you're appearing before royalty, your language has got to be pretty good, obviously. This thing about Ted, he's saying that he couldn't distinguish.
I can't understand
the
Teddy.
Queen's English.
I can't understand Teddy saying that at all, really. I'm not going to vote for Ted.
You're not going to change your act just for the Lord Privy
Oh,
Seal?
no, like, we'll keep, like, the same kind of thing, like, won't we?
Oh, well, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
A special message from George.
Yeah, a very, very happy Christmas, and send me jacket back. It's cold.
John.
Gary Crimble and Manny Rudolph.
Ringo.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you soon.
Oh.
Lots of luck and many presents and happy Crimble. That's all I think.
With a song for Christmas. How about
Okay.
that?
Gary Crimble to you. Gary Crimble to you. Gary Crimble, dear Rudolph. Gary Crimble, me too.
Rudolph the
No reindeer had a very shiny nose.
How many shiny?
Happy Christmas. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dad.
The fans bought half the tickets by post, and then 5,000 queued, some of them for 2 nights, in hope of obtaining the rest. The manager makes sure that every member of his staff is ready for the biggest night of the year, able to cope with a terrific audience response evoked everywhere by the Beatles. The boys show the press their latest present. They're a natural, these fabulous four, bubbling over with fun, getting as much kick out of entertaining as the fans get from them. When they come to your town, well, you won't need any further invitation. You'll be there.
But funny, you see, there are more boys than girls, and we miss the good old screams.
Yeah.
But you know, there are quite a lot of shouts. But
You mean they actually listen to you? That's the difference, is it?
yeah.
What's the French electrical supply like over there?
It's good, actually. All the equipment's great, but on the first night, as you may know, we had a bit of trouble because we suddenly found there was a radio program just sort of plugging into everything, and they'd overloaded all the amps and everything. It was boom. What's it? Boom.
What is the sort of stuff they like over there on the parade?
Wilder stuff, I think. We stuck in a Wilder number, you know, to finish off with. Gone with the Wind.
They go for the Elvis Presley type of stuff, do they? I mean, they go for the old rock and roll stuff?
I think so, yeah. A bit more. It depended really who was in. It depended upon who was in. I can't speak.
You think
Speaking French so much, you say.
What?
Je me lève cette heure.
You brushed up your French, have you?
No, kidding. I can't speak a word of it.
You still can't speak a word?
No. John's very good. Bonsoir and all that sort of stuff. Always very good.
I hear that you're going to give some poetry recital. I hear you're going to give some poetry recital.
Beethoven's poems.
Well, when's this? At the City of London Festival. I heard that you
Yeah, he knows, you see. It's a secret. Don't tell anybody.
What poems you going to give?
Beethoven's. You remember him? Beethoven.
Looking forward to this American trip. Have you had any reaction over there? You got any fan clubs going? Is there
Well, there's one supposed to be started, and they're getting quite good response, you know. 12,000 letters a day.
But the Beatle movement's going over there.
Yeah, you can even be a Beatle booster, folks.
Yeah. I must tell you, by the way, that Detroit University have got to stamp out the Beatle movement.
I know.
Yeah,
we've heard about
that.
Detroit.
They think your haircuts are un-American.
Well, it was very observant of them, because we aren't American, actually.
True, that. True.
You look forward to the day when Come and Go, as a normal entertainer would, with a certain amount of fans there and so on, but nothing like the 7,000 that were there today.
Was there 7,000 there?
Oh, well, they'll be getting into 7,000.
I didn't know it was that many. At the moment, I love all this. I think we all do. I mean, wouldn't you?
It's bigger than New York, but they were outside the hotel. So a lot of them got in New York, you know, finding them in strange bathrooms and things like that.
The New York hotel was a bit higher, though, you know, it was in a great big skyscraper.
Do you ever get irritated because you can't get above the noise of the people screaming at the shows?
No. Thank you.
Sorry, thank you.
It's good here, isn't it?
No, it doesn't worry.
No, it doesn't worry me at all. Because we don't. I mean, I think half of the crowd at least can hear what we're playing. I mean, I can't hear what the boys are playing, but I know what I'm playing. I think if they stopped and listened to us, we'd be finished. No, it's only a joke, you know. It's only a joke.
School was out literally at Penn Station. 1,500 screaming youngsters were on hand waiting for their heroes, the Beatles. A veteran police officer called the mob festive but potentially dangerous. But that did not deter either the fans or, according to police, publicity men for the Beatles, who allegedly provided buses to bring the fans to the plaza. Police cordons were broken down at one point by near hysterical teenagers. One girl was trampled and taken to Roosevelt Hospital, where she was said not to have been seriously hurt. Another girl fainted in the mob scene. Her friends revived her. She refused medical attention and returned to the fray. Finally, police, using loudspeakers, told the teenagers the Beatles would go straight from Penn Station to Carnegie Hall.
After we get them out. Well, we want to get up to the street with them if we can.
Jack, get that gate.
You fellas want to... Yeah. Fellas. Wait a moment. Okay.
Hardly as plush as the elevators at the plaza.
Oh, I don't know. It compares very favorably. Hey, look at that. Stamp that out. What?
Let's get over this.
Stamp it out.
you most like about the trip, Ringo?
Oh, I just loved all of it, you know, especially Miami. The sun, you know. I didn't know what it meant until I went over there.
Don't you get it up in Liverpool?
No, they finished up there, you know. Cut it out.
Did you ever have a chance, John, to just get away on your own without anybody recognising you?
We borrowed a couple of millionaires' houses, you know.
Well,
we did. You could afford to buy a couple of millionaires' houses, couldn't you?
No, yeah, we'd sooner borrow them, it's cheaper. And we did a bit of water skiing. Well, sort of, anyway.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Did your wife enjoy it over there?
Yeah, she loved it. Who?
Don't tell him he's married, it's a secret.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to. What about the taste of the fans over there? Did you find the same stuff?
You never been.
Yeah. We expected them to be very different, but they weren't at all.
Yeah.
The accent was the only thing, you know, it was the only difference. Lovely.
Did they reckon you sang in an English accent or American?
No, some fella said, how come because you're from Britain and you're still singing an American accent or something? So funny. We've been trying to explain to him that it's a Liverpool accent.
You know, but he wouldn't believe it.
He kept saying, oh, it's funny.
When you came back from France, you told me that they liked the sort of quicker numbers.
Yeah.
But what did you do? You just do all the same routine as you do here?
Yes, because
the records that are hits over there are the ones that are hits.
Oh yeah, we had
here.
to do Please Please Me over there.
Yeah.
And we haven't been doing that for a long time here, but it's in the charts.
That's history here.
Yeah.
What about the Beatles styles, all these wigs and suits and things? Are they catching on over
Yeah, they're selling well.
I hear anyway that the four of you are going to be millionaires by the end of the year.
That's nice.
Have you got time? Have you got time to actually spend this money?
What money? He said.
Doesn't he give any to you?
No. You seen that car of his?
You're fired. One of the things you did was visit Clay. I'm sorry. One of the things you did was visit Cassius Clay.
He's a big lad.
Who's going to win? Clay Liston.
Ringo. I'll win him.
But
Well, it all depends, you see. If you go to his gym, you have to say he wins. And if you go to Liston's gym, you say Liston will win.
Yeah.
The big lad gym.
Jim will win.
I think Liston will win, but Cassius Clay is a good singer.
He's a good singer.
That he told us, yeah, he's Chubby Checker's cousin.
He made up a poem as well.
Yeah.
This one of the things that have been reported over here in the British Embassy. What actually happened in Washington at this place?
Well, we just sort of went. Excuse me. Cut. We just went up to this sort of embassy party given by this lord. It was a bit hectic, you know, and we judged the bingo or something.
But what about this business of somebody coming up and cutting your hair?
Oh, it was him.
Tell them about it. Whereabouts?
At the back, can you see? Look how short it is now.
It's a terrible loss.
I know. Oh my God! If
Were you
I'd
in
have caught him. No. I just looked round and you just saw all the faces.
You can hear the distant screaming from a thin bridge in the near future.
What's it feel like to be 21?
The same.